Okay, I'm trying to do a daily update every day as opposed to a daily update when I remember it. So we'll try this one. It's been a bit shit today, really. Look at this. It's not actually the Matrix loading program. This is what happens here in Nova Scotia and in the American Northeast. You get warm air coming in over this cold water, and then suddenly, boom, you can't see a thing. So we're about 20 miles offshore here. Not that you can tell. And just pootling along, got the engine going at the moment while I'm charging, just really trickling the power in. The Balmar charge controller, which I've been going on about, let's not keep going down that path too much, but it will only ramp down to 50% of what my alternator will throw out, or it appears to only want to do that. So as I have a 150 amp 24 volt alternator, and my one little lithium battery, it will only take 50 amps. There's like a 20 amp difference there. So I've got all the lights on inside. Those red lights that we fitted, have a quick look at this. It might be a bit noisy, but we'll try. The red lights that we fitted, okay, off right now. And look at the charging, right, yeah. Okay, and then I turn the lights on here, and I can drop the, see that? I can kind of control I've got a resistive load here, which I can use to, so I'm having to do, you see my cheat notes around here and everything, so I'm learning as I go. It's been very kind, people giving me hints and tips in the comments, and I'll come and have a look at those when I do a podcast, which will probably be tonight for the first time. For a long time, I haven't done a Mariner podcast since the end of February, and people were saying, you know, where'd you go? Well, what I did is I focused on making this project happen. So, but yeah, I'm learning very slowly with the, and I have some ideas about how I'm going to do my charging system on my boat, because I know where I'm going, and all of these little boxes that have all these brains in them are great until they stop working, and then suddenly the alternator hits the batteries with too much power, the BMS is shut off, and blows up the alternator. So I actually started to want to make this video for you because I saw this. Can you see that up there? Try and do this thing with my finger. Oh, this should be, oh, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that, there we go. See that? Now anybody who has sailed for any kind of period of time will know exactly what that is. Come on, buddy, come on. See that? What I've done is I've been opening and closing these sails, actually because they're based slatting earlier. Everything was just flapping backwards forwards, and we have a damaged line up the mast. This guy here, this orange one, which is wanging tight right now. It's a man rope. Basically, this fractional rig, there's no kites go to the top of this rig. The mainsail obviously goes to the top of the rig, but the kites don't. They are fractional. They just go up to the top of the forestay. So if you need to get up the mast, you've only got the main halyard. So we have this like man rope, we call it, that goes down the front of the rig. That got damaged a while back, got freed off, put back in, got damaged again. And this is like its third life now, where it's got wrapped up in something. If you have head sails, roller furling head sails like this, and you have kite halyards, always make sure they're kept away from the mast and away from, it's pretty bouncy, isn't it, with this? I could give you the, it's terrible out here, man, we're having a hell of a time on this boat. Yeah, they often do this kind of thing. I will say, I didn't change it immediately. This staysail is setting nicer than I think I've ever seen it set before. I've been looking again at this staysail. I have no clue. Like, I've got a lot of sails which are from other boats, and they all fit better than this staysail. I'm not sure what the plan was with it. It's like so deep, and anyway, we'll work out as we go on. I suspect it's like a reaching staysail, as I mentioned last time. I've got the J5 up here on the foredeck. I could go faster if I got the J2 up, which is down below, but the J2 is hundreds of pounds of weight, and it has battens in it, and it's still inside the boat really from storage. We have no roller furling on here. It's all piston hanks, right? So piston hanks on this little J5, and then I think the other one's Velcros. This boat seriously needs roller furling on the head sails, and this staysail arrangement, which is actually demountable, needs to be made permanent so that I can just go, oh, I need to do this, grindy. I've got a big sail, grindy, it goes away, small sail, you know. At the moment, it's like if I get caught in a situation where there's lots of sail up, particularly that J2, it's like me on my own getting the J2 down is like, come on, really? Like, this is, I don't need this much hassle. Things a bit messy still in the cockpit, but actually it's kind of like getting more organized in a way. I'm seeing like how much line there is and where's the excess. Like that white and grey rope there is from the staysail, which is up right now. It's way oversized, way oversized. Have a look at this here where it goes. See that, where it goes into that turning block? Yeah, well, it's oversized, and you can barely pull it through that block by hand, and it's kind of been like that for a while. Just keep ignoring it, and now it's like all of these things I've been ignoring for ages have to all go away. I should tell you the story sometime of what these scratches mean. It was a very exciting day. But yeah, you know what is good? I feel good, and that is the most important thing. I was really warmed and heartened to see people like saying, you know, keep hold of your dreams and stuff in the comments. I don't think I really show that part of myself on YouTube, but I worked for years as an outward bound instructor, like inspiring people to go out and challenge themselves and learn from it and develop, you know, the best possible version of them. So thank you for your warm wishes. I really mean it. We're all having these different life experiences, like different challenges in different ways. I just wrote to my brother, Paul. Hi, Paul. Who he and I went to the same school, but 10 years apart in the southwest of the UK. And there's a chap there called Don Roberts, who is a legend if you kind of know that little part of the world. He's a swim instructor. He was my swim instructor in '95. He was my brother's swim instructor in, I guess, like 85. And from what I can see from the latest post, he'd already been there since Methuselah was a student. He's still doing it now. He's like 50 years doing this thing, a completely different life experience. So we're all doing our thing, but whatever your dream is, absolutely. Look what I'm doing. I can see the rot, I can see the breakages, I can see the things now fixing, but I believe that we can get past that, and I believe that I can go and do this thing and try for the West Around the World record, and this boat is very well chosen for that. So we're going to go and do that in the next couple of years together through this medium of YouTube. And if something I'm doing here inspires you to step up to whatever you're doing, do it. I'm out in the fog, in the cold and the wet and the nasty, and everything's broken. The bloody autopilot went off again, and the mainsail's got tears in it, but it doesn't matter, because when you get to the top of the crystal staircase that you see in front of you when you start a project, anybody that gets to the top of those staircases knows the staircase is fucked by the time you get to the top. It looks like more like a rickety old ladder, but that's the difference. Don't not start because you think you might not be up for it. Oh my God, and even as I'm looking now, look at all this crap at the bottom of none of it's important. What's the dream? We just keep moving towards that, right? So a small update today, but I'm still out here making mistakes, getting things broken, trying to fix things, trolling along with no wind, in the loading pattern here. But I'm a real person and I'm moving towards my dream, and I hope that's exactly what you're doing too. So thank you everybody that's commenting and showing me support here. It means the absolute world to me. So I'm going to go and sort that staysail out and give it a good talking to. It is the only roller furling headsail on board though, so maybe I might go easy on it. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope that you are safe and sound, and I look forward to speaking to you when we get out of this bloody fog. Cheers.